Hey there, everybody, and welcome to Fearless Thinking, a podcast designed to help you navigate authentic leadership and the entrepreneurial journey. I'm your host, Michael Devous, and these are my thoughts, lessons, and insights from my entrepreneurial journey into coaching, workshops, motivational speaking, and of course, what I picked up from interviews with inspiring leaders and entrepreneurs along the way. My mission is to help people unlock their untapped potential by using fear as a catalyst for powerful change and growth, so they can step into the greatest version of their most authentic selves. All right, let's get into some fearless thinking. Hey, Fearless Thinkers. Welcome back to the Fearless Thinking Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Devous. Episode 52, The Power of Saying No, How to Focus Your Energy and Achieve Success. This podcast is all about embracing your authentic self to achieve entrepreneurial greatness. And it's part of my manifestation statement. In fact, to help you step into the greatest version of your most authentic self by addressing fears and our relationship with fear. And this topic we're diving into today might seem counterintuitive at first, but it is the power of saying no. Now, I don't know, I can't think whether or not if I have a particular challenge with this. I think when I was younger, I said yes to a lot of the wrong things. But I think as I went along and discovered that saying yes, I wanted to say yes to things that I knew and understood would actually benefit the journey and the path I'd set for myself. And, you know, when I was saying yes because I wanted a people pleaser as a chronic yes man, you know, saying yes to every project and every opportunity and every invitation, thinking that more was always better. I think that's true in some respects to certain types of industries. I was a performer, so if ever there was an opportunity to perform, in my brain, I thought, well, the more times you perform, the better first of all, you get better. And second of all, it's opportunity. And for some reason, I thought of opportunity. If someone was giving me an opportunity, I thought I should take it rather than understanding the value of the opportunity in exchange for my time and my attention and my talents. And I don't think a lot of us are taught how to leverage that experience and that time against it. Remember, you have a limited amount of time on this planet and a limited amount of time to offer your gifts to the world. And if you're not weighing the value of your time against what people are asking you to do, if you're not thinking in that mindset and you're not prepared to actually figure out what the value of your time and your attention is, I don't know if there's a quotient, I don't know if there's a formula for it, but the amount of time, talent, and attention and skill set that you have over your lifetime is a value. People want it. People will seek it out. People will try to get it from you. People will want to pay you for it. You know, and saying yes to the things that actually help you on your journey, that actually help propel you forward. And I don't mean by being mean or rude or disrespectful to other people when they ask. You know, a prime example was, you know, I did some outreach on LinkedIn, trying to promote the Ascend Hub, reaching out to some people on, you know, some executives and CEOs. And I got a couple of responses this past week. I don't see how this can possibly help me. Okay, fair. You know, that's where you are. You know, you can't see the opportunity, and maybe I didn't describe it well enough. Maybe it wasn't presented in a proper way. Maybe my language and my copy was off. But I have to take that information as it comes and understand they are establishing a value of their time and their attention. And if what I'm offering doesn't meet them where they need it, they have to say no. And that's good. You know, I mean, that's necessary, I think, in order to learn how to do that. Now, you don't have to be mean, you know, but if you constantly say yes to so many different things where you're exchanging your your valuable time, attention, your energy, and your talents for somebody else's experience, somebody else's opportunity, you can get spread very thin, stressed out, and unable to give your best to any of it, let alone all of it. And then juggling those situations can feel exciting because you can feel like, oh, I'm so busy, I'm in such high demand. But eventually, you can get burnt out. And these are the pitfalls of saying yes to everything. When we say yes to everything, essentially what we're actually saying no, by the way, to our own opportunities, other opportunities. They call that the opportunity cost. If you want to know, there's a name for it called the opportunity cost. It is what you lose or you sacrifice or give up when you say yes to something. That happens in every situation. Every decision that you make comes at the cost of another choice. And losing our focus and our energy when it gets scattered, we end up sacrificing quality for quantity, right? Thinking more is better. Like running a marathon while you're carrying a backpack full of rocks. You might make it to the finish line, but you're going to be exhausted and you're going to be worn out just because you carried more, I think if you're going to begin this journey as an entrepreneur, begin to really evaluate your talent, your time, and your attention. I think you need to start setting your value system, an exchange rate, an understanding of what that means when you say yes, and how that will impact the strategic goals you have in mind, the map you've created for yourself to get where you want to go. And the art of saying no is, it's not about being negative, obviously, and turning down every opportunity, but it is about being strategic and intentional with that yes, with that time and energy. It's about learning how to prioritize what really matters and then letting go of the rest and understanding that it's okay. The fear of missing out, which is something that, FOMO has been trained into us by media, guys. It's messaging things that are on your phones, your social media, and everything. It's not something you have to do. It isn't something you picked up because you were experienced. You were taught this by messaging out there in the world, that if you aren't trying to do everything else that's out there, you're missing out. Well, you know what? The thing you're doing is what is important. The goal you have, the dream you want to build, the entrepreneurial journey and the business and services you want to bring to life in the world, that's valuable. That's important. That's where it's at. You don't want to have a fear of missing out on that goal? Learn how to say no. Learn how to strategically and intentionally value your time and your energy and leverage that against every opportunity that might come along, right? So, excuse me. Here's a couple ways you can say no without feeling guilty or burning bridges. One is be honest and direct. Don't beat around the bush. Just simple, thank you for the opportunity, but this is not a good fit for me right now. I had these responses, like I said, this past week on LinkedIn. I'm a very busy CEO. I have a lot of communities that I belong to. I don't see how this could fit into my life right now, and I don't see the benefit. Awesome. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate your feedback and being honest with me. If at some point in your future this feels like a good fit for you, please keep an eye on and a track on us, as we grow and we expand and we continue to improve how we deliver and what we deliver on. Perhaps there is a good opportunity for you here at the Ascend Hub as a future leader. There's ways to not take it personally. Let me get this. Don Miguel Ruiz, the 5 agreements. This is the 5th agreement. I can't seem to find my 5. I usually give them away as gifts. The 5 agreements. One of those agreements is never to take it personally. It is a massive practice to remember that when somebody says something that might come off rude, feel abrasive, or whatever, it's really not about you. It's about them. And if you can practice the art of just not taking it personally, you can really find your way through to accepting the answer and accepting the response and then responding in a positive way. Which brings me to 2, offer alternatives. If you can't take on the project yourself, maybe someone who can, or perhaps you can offer a smaller contribution. Maybe it's not a full yes. Maybe it's a partial yes. Maybe it's a yes. However, it comes with caveats, right? If you see a potential opportunity there to discover something more, but you have to get further into the project in order to know what that is, put that up front. Be honest about it. Be honest with your time and your attention and what you can offer. And if it's a limited amount in order to discover something better, then make sure you're very clear about that as well. And then that brings me to setting boundaries. Always let people know what you are available for and what you're not available for. These boundaries come from when I was saying earlier about establishing your value. Understanding what the value of your time, your attention, and your talents truly is and truly means in comparison to the goals you have in mind for yourself. And if that includes launching a business, then that increases the amount of time away from launching your business, away from getting work done, away from succeeding and getting your goals and your dreams out into the world to do and focus on somebody else's opportunity. Now, if that opportunity helps you move forward, helps you move the needle of your success, then perhaps that is something you want to add to your plate. You got to figure out how to do that, but set healthy boundaries around how to navigate the opportunity that's coming your way and establish those boundaries up front. Be very clear about them up front so people aren't surprised and they don't have unrealistic, unspoken expectations. The last is don't over-explain. A simple no can obviously, can be enough for some people. You don't owe everyone a lengthy explanation of why you can't participate or do something. You might mention, I really appreciate this opportunity. I think it's a wonderful thing. Thank you for thinking of me, but it's a no at this time. I'm just don't have enough space in my calendar. Whatever. You can come up with something that's polite and easy and affirming of both the offer, recognizing the value of the offer, but not over-explaining yourself. Focusing on your niche. They said the niches, the riches are in the niches. Saying no allows you to actually focus more on your niche, your unique area of expertise, because you're beginning to be laser focused, right? You're setting priorities, and you can become a true expert in your field and attract the right clients, by the way, and build sustainable businesses when you learn to say no and niche down. And saying no allows you to focus on your niche, right? The riches are in the niches. You can focus on your area of expertise by saying no and get laser focused so that you can continue to become an expert in your field to attract the right clients and build a sustainable business. Embrace essentialism. Have you ever heard of essentialism? It's this philosophy that's all about doing less, which is better. Doing less is better. Less is more. You've heard that before. It's about identifying the few things that are truly essential to your business model, to what your goals you're trying to achieve, and eliminating the rest. It's like, think of it like decluttering your business life and your business calendar. Essentialism is really defining, as I mentioned before, when you're defining your value and leveraging your talent, your time, and your attention. When you're really focused on what that value means, and you decide that you can niche down into those very specific things that move the needle forward and focus on the goals that you have to get to, the milestones that you have to achieve on your road, eliminating those things that distract from, decluttering your business life so that you can focus on the things that move the needle forward, becomes a part of your own personal and professional essentialism. And that includes your personal life. That includes your personal life. Remember that there are going to be some things you're going to have to sacrifice in your personal life and reduce the amount of time that it takes away from you. Begin to look at the ways that those things that you do for social, cultural, and family time, if they are valuable to your balance, your mindset, your soul, your spirit, then great. If they're not, and they're just another distraction, then obviously that's not part of being essential, and you need to eliminate those things as well. It takes practice to do that, to say no, not only to yourself and the things around you that you're used to doing, but also to those opportunities that may not actually be, a good opportunity. So if you're ready to reclaim your time and your focus and your energy and attract and achieve greater success, then it starts with the power of saying no. Practice the art of saying no. Actually, there's a couple books called The Art of Saying No. Actually, one is called The Art of Saying No. I would pick that up. That's a wonderful book that sort of digs even further into this concept. At the Ascent Hub, we'll be looking at these types of books as part of our book club, some of the reading material that we will be doing on personal and professional development and growth, here to help you develop those skills and the mindset that you need to become an essential entrepreneur and learn about the power of saying no to leverage your talent, your time, and your attentions towards moving the needle forward on the things that are valuable and important for you. So together we'll create a life of focus and purpose and extraordinary results together. Yeah, that's what I said. Together. Okay. Well, thanks again for listening to an episode of Fearless Thinking. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Do some fearless thinking. And you know what? Take a look at your to-dos and let's get essential. Let's do some no's. Think of some no's you can do that are healthy for you, that feel good about eliminating some of that clutter and getting you more focused. All right. Have a wonderful week and we'll see you next time. Bye.